All right, I'm going to go over the course with you to make sure everybody understands how this course works. This obviously is the home page of the course. Two things I want to point out right now. One is my announcements, and you'll notice there's one announcement here. It's critical course information. If you click on this one link here, it will take you to information you really must have to participate well in this class. Now, what I really want to talk to you about today is over here, lessons. When I click on lessons, there will be 16 lessons that will open. Remember, there are 16 lessons, there are 16 weeks, and there are 16 chapters. Now, the chapters and the lessons do not necessarily coincide. For the first 4 weeks, lesson 01, chapter 1, lesson 02, chapter 2, 3, and then 4. Then we go to chapter 5, and you'll see lesson 5, chapter 11. So from then on, the lesson and the chapters do not necessarily coincide. Now let's go back and look at lesson 1 as a representation of all the lessons. They're all laid out in the same manner. If you'll notice, there's a link here that will open this up. But you'll also see that there is an area here that gives you a synopsis of what goes on. This lesson is 1 week. All lessons are due on Sunday at 11:59. So this is your synopsis. Now if we click here, we're going to open up all of those. We're going to open up the introduction and all these other things here. So we'll click on this to open the introduction. And we'll see lesson 1, introduction. The introduction, if I open that, will give you all of this information in a bit more detail. So we're going to look at that. It's simple detail of what's going on in lesson 1. Tells you what we're going to look at, what chapters to study, the discussions and what you have to do in that period of time, the quiz, and the exercise. Now if we go back to question 1, now we can go down to the lecture. There will be a lecture, a video lecture here also. Right now it's a written exercise. You open that up and simply read the information about that lecture. Go on down to the PowerPoint. That's not required, but it certainly does help to watch all the PowerPoints. They're short, but they do give you a very good outline of the entire chapter. There are 2 discussion questions in each lesson. You must answer each one of these, and we'll go over that later about what my expectations are. There is a quiz every week. You must take the quiz. You can take the quiz 3 times. The high score is recorded. Be sure to take your quizzes. Those do count toward the total grade. And then if you go down here to the exercise, this shows you the exercise again in an outline form. If you open that up, you'll see that your first exercise is to create a video mini biography, actually autobiography. Just talk about yourself for 3 or 4 minutes. The idea is we want to find out a little bit about you, but we also want to see that you have your lighting set up correctly, the camera angle set up correctly, and your volume. And all those things can vary by where you live or where your camera is set up, what kind of a camera you have, what kind of a desktop or laptop system you have. Again, we'll talk about that later, but this is where you'll find your exercise. Almost every lesson will have an exercise. I believe I've given you 1 or 2 lessons with no exercises, but most exercises will have most lessons will have an exercise. I hope this helps you understand how this course works. Again, this is a link to the actual week. It's everything for the week is within this, and these are links within that, and you can then open each one and complete the assignments. Hope that helps you.